Hey everyone, it's Concat. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So today's build is actually a very fun one for me. And also one I wasn't expecting to do. Like, I literally logged into the Sims 3, launched the game, whatever you want to call it. And my intention was not to build this. I was literally supposed to be building a whole different type of build. And then somehow I ended up doing this instead. So what exactly is this build? So I ended up building the house from Courage the Cowardly Dog, which as a child and even now is still one of my favorite cartoons of all time. I absolutely adore the show. It's my favorite of all time. I've seen the season's episodes multiple times over and over again. Some of my favorite episodes, I guess we're just gonna name them off real quick. I have like 3 of the episodes that are like my absolute favorite. So the first one is the Tower of Dr. Zealous, which is basically, I don't know how many of you guys have seen this show, but anyways, there's this man, he has a big head, he's like very sad, he's not in a good mood, so he basically wants the entire world to feel that. So he lives in this giant tower that has like claws and it walks around, and he's just shooting like these like unhappy bombs at people, and once it hits somebody it makes them like very sad and they don't know what happiness is anymore. So that's one of my favorites. I actually used to have that on a DVD and I would rewatch it over and over again. And actually this DVD is kind of funny because it was all about like weird spooky shows. That was the episode of Courage. They also had an episode of Scooby-Doo, codename Kids Next Door, and I don't remember what other episodes they had, but it was just like a DVD full of spooky cartoons. I should probably word this a little differently. They actually had episodes of different cartoons. I think there was like 5 cartoons in total that they had on this DVD. But yeah, I love that DVD. I used to watch it over and over again. I actually Googled it and I found it recently. Sometimes I just get these like random thoughts in my head and I'm like, ooh, I remember that. Let me Google it. So I'll post the picture on the screen. Let me know if you guys had this as a kid as well, or any other version of this as a kid. But yeah, the Tower of Dr. Zealous, I think is how you say his name. That's one of my favorite episodes. Another favorite episode of mine is the demon in the mattress, which is where, you know, Eustace and Muriel get a new mattress because the one that they have currently is uncomfy, and Muriel ends up getting possessed and the entire bedroom turns green, which by the way, I did end up doing that in this build. I did turn the lights in the bedroom green. It looks so freaking cute, iconic, love it. But anyways, love that episode. She had to get like an exorcism done. Love that. So there's that. And then the other episode that comes to mind like instantly is, I don't remember the actual name for it, I'll have to look it up, but it's basically an episode where Courage and Eustace go out to a diner because I think they were supposed to go grocery shopping, I can't remember for sure, but they end up at a diner in the middle of nowhere, obviously, because that's where they live, and it's run by these like pigs. I know the show sounds extremely weird to you right now. If you've never seen it, please go watch it. My humor will make a lot of sense to you after you watch the show and you're like, okay, that's what she grew up with. But anyways, so yeah, they end up in this diner that's run by pigs, and basically they're like serving meat to people, but there's like this weird basement where the customers go to and they suddenly disappear, and then Courage starts to see the people, you know, in the patties that they're serving to him. So anyways, yeah, that's a fun episode. I love that. That's actually the one that creeped me out the most, surprisingly, because I was like, ooh girl, that's kind of scary. It like gives me Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes. So anyways, that was one of the scariest ones for me, but I loved it. And then obviously everybody loves King Ramses' curse. It's not one of my favorite episodes, but that's probably the one that people know the most about this show because it always goes viral on like TikTok or whatever. But anyways, yeah, love Courage the Cowardly Dog. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys watch the show as well as kids. Let me know what your favorite episode is as well, because I probably know it, girl. I probably know it. I've seen the show probably like 50 times, not even kidding, like rewatch the entire freaking thing, like it's crazy. But anyways, yeah, love the show. All the episodes are honestly iconic in their own ways. They're all a little different. They're all a little weird, a little spooky, but I love it. But yeah, I really love cartoons. I actually like watching cartoons more than I do like watching, what do you call it, like shows, live action shows or whatever. My fiance actually had to get me into a lot of the shows that I watch now, but before then I was literally a cartoon girl. Again, my favorite is Courage the Cowardly Dog, but I also used to love Scooby-Doo. I used to love Chowder. Flapjack was also one of my favorites, but a lot of people don't know the Flapjack show. I don't know why. It's from Cartoon Network. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what I'm talking about, with Bubby the whale. This little sailor kid lives in the whale's mouth. okay? Like, that's his house. That's his bubby. That's his mother, okay? She adopted him because she found him stranded on an island. But anyways, this is not about Flapjack. This is about Courage the Cowardly Dog. But anyways, yeah, I like I said, I logged in to the game and my mindset was completely on building a different house, and then somehow I ended up doing this out of nowhere. But I don't know, it turned out really nice, actually. I tried to get as accurate as I could possibly get to the house in the cartoon. So I was Googling screenshots from the show, different rooms, the hallways, trying to see what the wallpaper was looking like up close. And, The Sims 3 has an amazing creative style tool, so it really came in clutch for this build. I feel like I got pretty accurate to all the wallpapers, as accurate as I could get in The Sims 3. But yeah, I love the creative style tool. I feel like it comes in handy with builds like this, where, you need to be a little creative with the patterns and stuff like that. So yeah, I really love how the wallpapers came out. I think they look really accurate to the actual show. As far as the floor plan of the house, I don't think I got it super accurate, but I feel like it's good enough. You know what I mean? I feel like with cartoon houses, you never really know the exact floor plan unless the creator of the show publishes it. But I feel like I got as accurate as I could possibly get with this. I actually tried Googling the actual floor plan of the house, and I got like a 3D model type of render thing. So I just kind of went based off of that, plus also just like kind of how the rooms actually flow in the actual show. And I think I did pretty good. Also, another thing I should add is I didn't end up doing the cellar or the basement, whatever you want to call it. I didn't add it just because I was like, you know what? This house looks cute enough just as it is. Plus also the house is on a foundation, so it would have been annoying to do that whole thing trying to make a basement. But I still think it turned out really good, and it looks like the actual house in the cartoon. So I'm happy with it. Even though we don't have the basement, I still think it looks really good. All right, so at this point in the video, I am going ahead and furnishing the house, which was one of my favorite things to do for this particular build. Normally, I feel like furnishing is fun, but I just have to be in the mood for it. I was in the mood for it for this house 100%, just because I wanted to try and get it as accurate as possible to the cartoon. The thing is, there's a couple of episodes in Courage the Cowardly Dog where the living room layout kind of changes. They either have a bigger couch where Muriel will be laying if she's like not feeling good or whatever, but for the most part, it stays, just with the rocking chair and the, cool red couch where Eustace sits. But anyways, yeah, tried to get it as accurate as possible. I was very happy to furnish this house. I wanted to try and make it feel like, bring the show to life, I guess, kind of in The Sims 3, whatever. Most of the furnishing I kind of remember just off the top of my head, but for a couple of these I did have to look at screenshots just to see the actual layout of the room and stuff like that. I think the most accurate room in the house is probably the living room, although there is a closet there. You don't always see the closet in the show. Again, it changes from episode to episode, but a lot of the times Eustace will go get his mallet from the closet. So I just ended up adding it, especially because, there was a space behind the stairs that I really wasn't using. So whatever, I added that there. The dining room is, very, very simple. I feel like the one thing that I did forget was like a fireplace or a furnace type of thing in the dining room, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, that is the only thing that I'm missing from the dining room itself. The kitchen, I feel like I got very accurate. This is a good room. This turned out really good and I'm very happy with it. The little nook over there where the fridge is at, that's not in the show. It's just a squared, or I guess a rectangled box in the show. But I didn't want to extend the closet because, as you guys can see, the kitchen was already very narrow. So I just left it like that. I still think it looks pretty good. It resembles what they show in the show. So yeah, I thought the kitchen turned out really, really good. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Another room that I really love how it looks is the bathroom. I'm saying that about every room. I love every room, okay? I think I did a good job. Thank you very much. If you really want to see how accurate I got, go look up screenshots, watch the show, girl. I kind of did my thing. I had to do it, okay? But anyways, love the bathroom. So cute. I ended up moving the window over closer to the toilet, just kind of tweaking things here and there as I go throughout the furnishing process, just to, again, try and make it as accurate as possible. I love the show. I wanted to do this build good. I wanted to serve it justice. How do you say it? I don't know, girl. But anyways, They actually use the bathroom a lot in the cartoon. One of the episodes that I remember very vividly that includes this room is actually the Fred episode, where I think he's like Muriel's nephew or something. Anyways, he comes over. He's a little cuckoo, a little crazy. He shaves everybody's hair off. He's lovely. He's sitting on that toilet, the yellow toilet girl. But yeah, very accurate. We're moving on to the bedroom, but really quickly, the curtain that is hanging in front of the tub in the bathroom, that is from Lucky Palms. It's store content, by the way. So if you guys do want to download this, which it will be in the description box down below, that's where you can get that curtain. Make sure you have it. That's the only store content that I used in this build, so even if you don't have it and you download this build, everything else should be accurate still. By the way, let me know if you guys want to download this. I think it would be really cute if, you know how I do the aesthetic TikToks or whatever, I'm definitely going to make one myself, but I think it would be kind of cool if, you know, some of you tried it out and made one of Muriel and Eustace and Courage living here. I don't know, that would be kind of cute. Just a cute little idea for you, you know, no pressure or whatever. But anyways, if you do it, tag me on your TikTok or whatever. The bedroom turned out really cute. It comes together, especially when the lights go green, which again, I did end up doing that. So you guys will see that in the screenshots. But yeah, I actually love the bedroom. It's probably one of my favorite rooms in the entire house, especially with the green lighting. It just reminds me so much of the episode where Muriel just gets possessed girl. It's iconic. So the last areas that I'm working on in the house is just the hallway, which again, also very accurate. I actually looked up Courage the Cowardly Dog house hallway picture and it actually came up. So very accurate. Love the portraits that we did. Changed out the table to this one, which was, you know, looking a little more accurate to the one that's in the actual cartoon. So just doing the last final touches basically here and there. The last room that I worked on was the iconic attic where, you know, we have the computer and the printer. So we don't have a printer in The Sims 3, but I ended up using the broken down PC case from The Sims 3 University. I mean, it looks like it, close enough, but yeah, that is pretty much it for this entire build. Make sure you guys stick around for the screenshots so that you get the full first person effect. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know by hitting the thumbs up for me. Let me know in the comments down below which room is your favorite. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Thank you guys so much for watching.